Hello, everyone's. I am here for my review of Married to Medicine, Season 9, Episode 2. If you are new to my channel, welcome. I am Lady T. I like to do reviews on scripted reality shows, and reactions. If you're returning, you one of my peoples, welcome back. So we don't have any comments from last week, so we're going to jump right on in to Dr. Heavenly going to see Dr. Jackie because her period, she hasn't had that in 2 months. Now, me and Dr. Jackie was on the thing of, okay, you were a woman of a certain age. It's looking like it's menopause. But she was like, menopause, I could be pregnant. Okay, if you say so. But I'm going to say one thing I did not need to know about Dr. Heavenly and Dr. Damon and what they go on in their bedrooms and what she does and what she doesn't be doing. Didn't need to know that. I could have went without that. But she become a woman of a mature age. But Dr. Heavenly is like, no, ma'am, I'm still young. I can still be be out here having babies. So I was like, is that what you really want, or you just want to say that I'm still in the age where I can't have babies? Question. Now, y'all, we over at Dr. Contessa's house, and when I tell you, I about fell out when Dr. Contessa's daughter was like, "Oh, it's the evil one and the nice one." I was like, oh, so you just have no filter at all. And apparently, your little girl, she been like this. She will say what's on her mind. And she has been like this since she was a little kid. And I'm guessing one of Toya's boys in her mind, one of them is nice and one of them is not so nice. But I'm like, okay, so we just saying like it is now, okay? Is that what we're doing? So Dr. Contessa tells Toya that, she ain't really messing with Dr. Heavenly right now because she was all out here on her YouTube channel, talking mess about my husband and my relationship. And this is where I'm going to defend Dr. Heavenly. She is only talking about stuff that we've already seen ourselves. We've seen that you've been in a somewhat messed up type of relationship with your husband and the way he talks to you and the way he acts and the way he was kind of trying to turn y'all kids against you when you went to go further your education. And how he was being mad disrespectful for having some other woman's name in his phone saying it's my girlfriend and saying this in front of the kids. We're seeing this. She's just getting on her YouTube channel and telling how she feels about it. But we see that your marriage ain't just like it ain't puppies and rainbows. It is not. And we know this because you yourself was going to get out of said relationship. And the only reason you didn't is because Dr. Scott decided, hey, I want to save my relationship, so I'm going to go into therapy. So y'all, we over at Anila's house, and Dr. Kieran, I love him because he is one to just not going to be shady and tell it like it is. Because Anila, she is over to talking about some. Oh my goodness, I want coffee. I need this really fancy coffee maker upstairs, and I need one downstairs. And he's like, "Girl, you drink McDonald's coffee. Don't be trying to be over being fancy." And I'm like, I I am a Folgers girl, decaf because, sometimes I like the instant coffee myself because I can just make a cup of it and be done with it instead of making a whole carafe and having to drink that and it getting cold and all these other things. Yes, instant coffee all day, every day, decaf. Just a little bit of sugar and I'm cool. But I was cracking up because he was like, "You over here trying to be fancy, but you be drinking McDonald's coffee." And she was like, first of all, it is Starbucks. It says if non-fat latte, Grande Rio, blah 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 blah. Grande Rio is not it, but y'all know, they be getting fancy with these coffees, and I'm like, I will go to my local Kroger, and I will either get my Kroger brand or I will get Folgers, and I like my Folgers, but I will do a Kroger decaf coffee instant like that. As a matter of fact, as soon as I get done making this video, I'm gonna make me some coffee. It is going to be the Kroger brand. It's going to be decaf. But okay, do you with this fancy, mechanism to make your coffee. You do you, boo. But Kieran tells it like it is. And he cracks me up with that. So Neela, she's talking about she got a full-time job of getting her kids up, making sure they done bathe, brush their teeth, wash their face, comb their hair. Did I say eating? Yes, that too, if I didn't already say that. Make sure they off to school and get them on off to school. All this, and then she got to do her job as a blogger, and she spends 40 to 60 hours a week doing that. It is a full-time job, but with that, she was able to furnish her whole entire house. Now she said, Anila said that was like, I'm wanting to say like $500,000 worth of stuff. I was like, yes, girl, go ahead, you continue to do that. And I would like to know how I can do that, but I'm not a blogger because I don't be doing nothing. It's nothing to do. And going outside, it is hot as all get out. And I just don't be going nowhere. And y'all don't want to see me flipping through the channels and watching old timey shows and on YouTube looking at stuff. Y'all would not want to see that. I'm pretty sure. Or me going to go fix me something to eat. Or listen in the background of my husband watching doggone Steve Harvey like he ain't never watched it before. The Steve Harvey show like he ain't never watched it before. Cracking up, watching Rock like he ain't never seen it before. Like y'all wouldn't want to watch that. Okay, where we at? We over at Quad's house. She making sure that Mason is up, getting ready for school, brushing his teeth, washing his face, brushing his hair, and y'all, I'm the type of person I be like I be watching the show, but my mind will drift off somewhere else, and I was like, Miss Mary, I like that caftan you got one. I got one on right now myself, but I'm like, I like that caftan you got on because I'm all about being comfortable. It is hot, but I was like, yes, I'm liking that caftan. Yes, Mason, he eating his food, he going over his sight words. Now I know a lot of people's like, well, this is kind of like the Marlo situation. But the thing is, we seen Mason when he was a baby, and he and his daddy, and I believe his mama, stayed with Quad. So this ain't nothing new to Quad. It wasn't like, bam, Quad got her nephew. Like, he was a baby with that baby fro looking as cute as he ever wanted to be. He's still looking cute, but that he was just as cute as he ever wanted to be when he was like 1 year old. So he didn't stay with Quad before. This is what he's used to. This is Quad is used to having him around. And I cracked up when they first did the little opening scenes and she was explaining to him, my eyebrows, this is makeup. These lashes, this is fake. And he went to go touch her eyebrows. Ooh, you can't do that. You can't mess up the eyebrows. We on camera, baby. We can't do that. I was cracking up about that. But Mason, they ride in the car and he's like, I don't like riding the bus home from school because apparently she'll drop him off to school and then he'll catch the bus home. Them kids on the bus is too rowdy for him. They be doing the most. And he ain't got time for that. And he lets his auntie Quiet know, this ain't for me. The school bus ain't for me. Now I'm gonna tell y'all, when I was in the sophomore year, it was a boy in one of my classes. Like, I didn't want to ride the bus home, so I was like, can you give me a ride home? And like several times I would just do that when I just did not feel like just riding the bus home. I really didn't. But he was cool and he would give me a ride home. Didn't charge me no gas or nothing. He was like, okay, just go get your stuff and meet me at my car. I was like, okay, cool. You ain't got to say, I already got all my stuff right now because before last period, I would go, sometimes if I had enough time and if the teacher was cool, I'd go ahead and get my backpack and everything right there in there. But y'all ain't here for my life. So it's kind of sad because Anila's her nanny, Miss Gomez, she been with them since Anila was like pregnant with her son and he was like 4 years old now. She didn't got the kids. I was confused because like she was in there cooking and she was like, all right, kids, let's go to bed. I was like, so they not gonna eat the food? So I'm assuming she fixed them some, some like kid friendly food or whatever. Fix them something and go ahead and sent them to bed. Then got Anila and Kieran, Dr. Kieran, a nice little spread. They come home and he's like, okay, another box. It's like you do realize that I check our account every other day. I know when you get Amazon stuff, but it's just like this is stuff for the blog. This is stuff for the blogs. Those shoes was cute, but there was nowhere I would be able to wear them. That was cute. But she comes in and sits them down like, I got this nice fancy spread for y'all. Sit down, eat, enjoy. And she lets them know that, her time with them is no more. I need to sit up a little bit because I was looking nothing but ahead. She wants to be close to her family. She got grandkids and she ready to just spoil on the grandkids. I love y'all dearly. I've been with y'all for like 5 years, including the time that Anila was pregnant because the son is 4. But she ready to go be with her family. You know, she ready to retire. She just want to sit down, have a grandbaby on her lap, feeding the grandbaby and living on the grandbabies. That's where she at right now. And I was like, I can't blame her for that because, she want to be with her family. So we had Dr. Heavenly's beauty supply opening. And Dr. Heavenly, she is rocking her orange wig. Dr. Jackie is this blondish color. It's like a twist out almost situation. She's rocking that. Quad had some kind of hoop circle situation going on, and she's like, "Y'all gonna have to take this off right now, because what you're not gonna do is have me and some meme over here looking like I'm Predator." And I was like, "Yes, yes, it's you gotta go through things like I hope this one action right here does not become a meme." Yeah. Dr. Heavenly even had the funeral home king of Miami come. Apparently, she's gonna be supplying wigs to, 45 of his funeral homes that he got going on in Miami. I don't know who this young lady was, but she's like, "Ooh, 45 funeral homes. He got some money." So she, scooched her tail over there, was all up on him, and they was like, no, ma'am. And she's like, "What? I'm only doing what you taught me to do." And I was like, okay. This is when I had a side eye contested because Contessa, you ain't talked to Heavenly. You ain't said 2 words to Heavenly in several of the months. But you got a nerve gall and audacity to be mad that she did not invite you to be one of the models in the runway show. Like really, I'm gonna need you to stop. I'm gonna need you to stop. You're doing too much right now. Just like Anila was doing too much. Like, girl, what was you doing walking down a runway with this aerosol can? Was it some oil sheen? What was it? What was you spraying and what was the point? Anyways, that was the gist. If I left anything out about me, leave a comment below. If you were new to my channel, welcome. Feel free to subscribe. It's free all day, every day, free 99. Make sure your notifications are on so my beautiful face with the video. You can click on it, you can like it, and share it with your people, and you can come over and be one of my peoples. If you're already one of my peoples, oh, welcome back. Y'all know what to do. You tell your people to tell their people to come over and be one of my peoples. Okay, that kind of above. This is Lady T signing off. Have a good one.